Ahead at 11, brought to safety with the help of a drone. See the high-tech rescue next.
We're pinpointing your Thanksgiving Day forecast and then a big chill on the way. Pinpointing that tonight.
Live from clickorlando.com and WKMG. We're getting results in your neighborhood now at 11 p.m.
A car hit me into the water off the bridge.
An unbelievable 911 call by a woman knocked off I-4 into the St. Johns River in the dark. How her life was saved with the help of a...
Get in line at 1 o'clock in the morning for an 8:30 turkey. You need a turkey.
Bless you.
God bless you, and I thank all of y'all.
A local law firm once again gets results with a pre-Turkey Day tradition. We will take you there.
But we start now at 11 with neighbors grieving for a 7-year-old boy.
Condolence to the family for number one, and great support for the neighbors that's in our community that came as one to try to find that boy last night.
We brought you the search for Charlie Newton as breaking news last night at 11. The 7-year-old was nonverbal on the autism spectrum. The little boy reportedly bolted away from his parents. Good evening. I'm Ginger Gadsden.
And I'm Justin Wormuth in for Matt Austin. Tonight there are new questions as we learn DCF is investigating conditions in the home. So his body was found this morning in Lake Lappanosha near Normandy Boulevard, just blocks from his home in Deltona. News 6's Troy Campbell talked to neighbors who are planning a vigil for Charlie. And we should stress Charlie's parents are not facing any charges. Counties all over Central Florida have stepped in to help families who have children on the spectrum of autism. From free door alarm installations to free swim lessons for children, clickorlando.com has put together a county-by-county look at resources available near you. Just look inside this story on our homepage.
Developing tonight at 11, a ceasefire in the Middle East. The deal between Israel and the militant group Hezbollah went into effect some 2 hours ago. A push for peace, or at least stability, for those living on both sides of Israel's border with southern Lebanon. Now, under the deal, over the next 60 days, the Lebanese army will take control of southern Lebanon as Israel gradually withdraws forces. But Israel's Prime Minister and President Biden both sounded the same warning.
If Hezbollah or anyone else breaks the deal and poses a direct threat to Israel, then Israel retains the right to self-defense, consistent with international law. Hamas has a choice to make. Their only way out is to release the hostages, including American citizens, which they hold.
The Hezbollah ceasefire has no impact on Hamas in Gaza, but it is still a big deal for the 70,000 Israelis and 300,000 Lebanese forced from their homes. Now, together, that is about the population of Orlando. Well, it was far from your ordinary 911 call for Seminole County dispatchers.
The car hit me into the water off the bridge. I'm not here. I'm not here.
That woman was calling 911 from the St. Johns River below I-4 after a crash knocked her off of that bridge. It happened yesterday before dawn. You can hear she was desperate for help, but in the dark, she might never have been rescued without the help of a drone. This happened under a bridge near Lake Monroe. News 6 reporter Catherine Silver looks at how drones are helping first responders get results.
And many eyes have been on the skies all night in Brevard County. By now, SpaceX was supposed to have carried out the 84th launch of the year from the Space Coast. The payload, 24 more Starlink internet satellites, the company's second Florida launch in just 2 days. It was first expected to launch at 10:05, but it's been pushed back a few times. The current target launch time is 11:41. They have until 1:30. When/if it happens, we will carry it live on News 6, clickorlando.com, and the News 6 Plus Smart TV streaming app.
Well, 16 years ago, the Pendas law firm launched a special tradition to help families for Thanksgiving. And this year's turkey giveaway was bigger than ever.
Yeah, the giveaways take place at the firm's offices all over the state, including Orlando. News 6 photojournalist James Goslin was out there really early to see it all unfold.
I know his goal is to not have to do it, but if every year it's bigger than the year before, that need is always going to be there.
It's a lofty goal, no doubt. But I mean, listen, it's great work that they do every single year, and I look forward to seeing the community and helping them out, seeing the faces,
seeing happy people like that. Yeah. Well, before you sit down to dinner, about 1 million of you are planning to fly out somewhere like Grandma's house.
Holiday travel can stress you out a lot more than that obnoxious uncle, right? Depends on the uncle. But just in time for the holidays, Orlando International has launched a new app. Next at 11, how this major overhaul aims to get results.
And a smelly situation in space. What caused NASA and the Russians to block off a whole module of the ISS? Jonathan.
Temperatures back to the lower 80s today. It's going to be very nice for Thanksgiving, but beyond that, big time cool down coming down the pipeline. Coolest era of the season, and we're going to pinpoint how cold it gets, guys, in a few minutes.
You're watching News 6 at 11 live. How's that, Matt? Hopefully you're watching on a Tuesday night, getting results for DeLand, Sanford, and all of Central Florida.
A little aggressive for Tuesday.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Rubenstein Law.
Across America with mega jackpots, it's Mega Millions.
Good evening, I'm Carol Blackman. It's Tuesday, November 26th, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $489 million. Now, to win the jackpot, all you have to do is match all 5 white balls plus the gold mega ball, so get out your tickets. Good luck. Your first number is 24. That's followed by 39. Up next is 5. Then we have 42, and our final white ball is 22, and our gold mega ball is 3. Your winning numbers again are 24, 39, 5, 42, 22, and the gold mega ball is 3. Now, if no one matches all 6 numbers, Friday's jackpot could be more than $514 million. Good luck. Thanks for playing.
My wife's been in and out of the hospital. This was really going to help out.
So when you need results,
I go to Channel 6.
Now at 11, it is a record-breaking statistic. AAA says nearly 6 million people are expected to fly for the Thanksgiving holiday, and Orlando is by far the #1 destination in the country.
Yeah, we know why, too. Orlando International is predicting nearly 2 million passengers through next Tuesday. And with close to 1 million people flying out, everyone's looking for ways to make travel less troublesome.
News 6 anchor Eric Von Anken believes MCO's brand new, hugely improved app could be the travel hack of the holiday season.
I don't know what else he can do for
I
you.
would say that is hugely improved.
Yeah, it really, I mean,
it's
look
got
at
everything.
It. Yeah.
It's got everything. And the one hack that I will continue to repeat. Fly out of Terminal C. If you can go out of Terminal C, fly out of Terminal C.
You're a convert for sure.
That is the best. Well, it has to be tough enough to take a 6-month trip on the International Space Station, but this week astronauts had to also cope with a smelly situation.
I guess it does smell in space.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was possible. It caused the crew to seal off the Russian module where the cargo ships dock. So this happened Saturday after the latest Russian cargo ship arrived. Cosmonauts noticed the foul stench and saw some droplets almost immediately after opening the hatch. They sealed off the module and cleaned the ventilation system. Meantime, Mission Control fired up air scrubbing equipment. That cleared up the smell. So what caused it? Scientists blame what they call, and this is what they call it, outgassing. That's normal release of gases when cargo enters the vacuum.
Whose gases?
Of space.
Just
the cargo's
gases
gas.
or
It's the
not a
cargo's
person?
gas.
Okay, because that's like next
That's
level
important.
Dutch oven right there.
Exactly.
You have nowhere else to go.
You're
kind of stuck.
You can't open a window.
Going with you.
You'd have some problems, for sure.
It's been rolling down the window weather, Jonathan, as we segue out
doubt.
of that and into the nice weather with some changes on the way, too.
Yeah, it's been near perfect in the weather department over the last couple of days, and it's going to stay that way. If you like it a little bit warmer, we're going to add a couple degrees going forward. On the other end of Thanksgiving, though, another blast of cold air, really a couple of blasts going through the following weekend. We'll talk about that in a second. Thanksgiving forecast, we're going to break that down for you. First, though, we do have some fog settling in tonight, and it's going to thicken up a little bit as we move into your morning commute, just like what we saw last night, so keep it easy. Everywhere you see the yellow popping up on your map, that's the satellite differentiating between cloud cover, which there's really not much of that, but some fog coming through. See a lot of it towards North Florida. We'll likely see this come further in on Thanksgiving morning. Visibilities as you wake up tomorrow morning. Again, it is going to be patchy. Most of the reporting sites showing 10-mile or perfect visibility, but outside of that, likely some patches. But you see what happens as we get into Thanksgiving morning on Thursday. So if you're up early heading to any turkey trots, just keep it easy. Looks like fog is going to try to come in pretty thick for us on Thanksgiving morning. We're back to the upper 50s right now. Clear skies, at least here from this vantage point at the Orlando International Airport. Looking at downtown Orlando, that's a live look with our Light Orlando Delivering Hope Skycam. Air temperatures in the upper 50s. We're at 62 in Claremont, 62 degrees in Leesburg. Now here's a look at your pinpoint accurate forecast.
Conditioning and heating. AC emergency? You ought to call Strata.
Tonight, back down to where we should be, back to the mid-50s. Again, watch out for that patchy fog to develop. Rain chances, of course, non-existent for the next couple of days until we get to a cold front that's going to slice through on Friday. As far as tomorrow is concerned, lots of sunshine. Temperatures hanging around 80 degrees area-wide. We'll add a degree or two for your Thanksgiving Day. Love the sunshine here. 71 by 10, 77 degrees by lunchtime. Again, we'll top out in the lower 80s. And it's Friday where things start to change. Here is our cold front. This is number one. This is the weaker one, but also the opportunity for a couple of showers along this one. But again, warm ahead of it for Thanksgiving, and then we'll start to turn things a little cooler as we get into Friday, and then certainly the weekend with cold front number 2. That big-time air mass is charging up as we speak in southern Canada. We have temperatures on the other side of 0 degrees Fahrenheit. That is going to get ready to blast through the northern tier of the country tomorrow and again arrive in Florida by the second half of your weekend. Thanksgiving looking good. Travel locally going to be perfect. Just a few showers on Friday. If you are headed anywhere to the Great Lakes region, just keep in mind it's going to be dicey getting back. Big-time lake effect snow machine going to crank up there as they get into the Friday, Saturday, Sunday timeframe. So just keep that in mind. Here, though, sunshine. Look at that. 60s for highs, 40s, even upper 30s, guys, for lows by Tuesday.
Yeah, our region's not looking so hot either. All right, thank you, Jonathan. Here are tonight's Florida lottery numbers. Pick 2, 1, 3. Pick 3, 4, 5, 4. Pick 4, 1, 9, 4, 6. And pick 5, 8, 5, 1, 3, 5. And the fireball is 7.
Jackpot triple play 20, 27, 41, 43, 14, 36.
Fantasy 5, 3, 29, 7, 16, and 17.
And cash for life 4, 11, 13, 30, 39. Cash ball is 2. Good luck, and we'll be right back.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Freedom Health Medicare Advantage Plans. Sign up to be a new 6 Insider and you'll be entered to win a family 4-pack of tickets to ICE featuring Elf at Gaylord Palms. Now through November 29. An icy wonderland awaits. Head to clickorlando.com/insider now to enter.
Insider.
Insiders.
What is a new 6 Insider? Find out at clickorlando.com/insider. Trooper Steve on Patrol is sponsored by Gibson Truck World. We are the king of trucks.
A lot of people preparing to roast or fry turkey for their Thanksgiving dinners.
Yeah, but some turkeys are not going quietly into the good night. We got this video from a viewer in Putnam County of a number of turkeys trying to get revenge.
Oh, yeah.
These fellas are wild, and they did not appear to be happy pecking on the glass door of that home. You can hear them. It sounds like it would hurt.
I don't know. I mean, they're just trying to, get some revenge, but also it's like, you don't want to come up in here, all right?
You're really just delivering yourself to the dinner table. All right, Sports Director Jamie Say is here now.
Hey, City of Orlando collected on a bet tonight, Jamie.
They did. Mayor Buddy Dyer made a wager with our nation's capital on the Orlando Prize Championship match. So I'm going to show you how Washington, D.C. is paying up tonight. Yeah. But first, news from Miami today involving this September traffic stop of Dolphin star Tyreek Hill. The 2 citations issued to Hill were dismissed after the responding police officers no-showed at court today. Miami-Dade police launched an investigation into the stop months ago. No results have been released so far. We'll be back.
This portion of the news is sponsored by ICE, featuring Elf at Gaylord Palms. Breaking news, traffic. When you need to know what's going on in your neighborhood, trust Sky 6 to get the bigger picture. Exclusively sponsored by attorney Dan Newland.
Welcome back to News 6. Washington, D.C. is paying up on a friendly wager and celebrating the Orlando Pride. This is the Frederick Douglass Bridge in D.C. It's lit up in Pride purple. It looks great, doesn't it? It's a result of a bet Mayor Buddy Dyer made with D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser before the Pride faced the Washington Spirit for the NWSL title. We know how that match went. The Pride were the toast of our town yesterday as Orlando celebrated the NWSL champions. The victory parade was such a special moment. And the soccer party is not over here in Central Florida. The MLS Eastern Conference Final is Saturday night at Inter-Co Stadium. Orlando City hosts the New York Red Bulls for the right to go to the MLS Championship match. The Vipers say they're forever grateful to Baker and Emily Mayfield. Now, the Buccaneers quarterback is aware of what Space Coast achieved. He talked about them on last week. Really good stuff.
Great story.
Fantastic. Love it. Thank you, Jamie. And thank you for joining us for the news tonight.
Hope you have a great night. Take care.